Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Iida in My Academia the Strongest Hero. So in today's showcase we're going to take a look at him both in PvE and PvP, and in my opinion he's really fun in both game modes. He's extremely good, he hits like a truck, he's got a more hit and run kind of play style, and if you can really master a special ability, especially that, you're going to do extremely well both in PvE and PvP because it's insane how good a special ability is. But it does require a lot of like resource managing, if that makes any sense. So once you can master that, he is extremely good. But yeah, with all that out of the way, let's just dive into the actual showcase. So Iida is in his hero costume alpha in this game, his first hero costume, and it's without the helmet, so you are losing out on the helmet, but it's basically his first hero costume without the helmet. And his title here says Ingenium, which is really cool. I like how it's his hero name. You get that after getting 30 stars in hero rating, which is really neat. And taking a look at his actual card in game, here he is a speed type character. When it comes to upgrading him, I haven't fully upgraded him yet. The main reason why is because I do like using him both in PvE and PvP, but I didn't discover how good he was in PvE until like much later. So I started working on getting him up, but obviously that was later in like the game's lifespan, so that's why he's not fully completed yet. Because getting characters to 130 is like, it's tough because it requires a lot of resources, so that's why I haven't gotten him there yet. But he's definitely one of the characters on my list that I would like to get to level 130, because again, when I discovered how good he is in PvE, that's when I started working on getting him up there. But yeah, there is his chibi model doing his little hand motions, which is really cool. Going over here now, I have him at SSS+, so I have all of his like memories, which is really cool. Going over to his skills, I have them all unlocked and all maxed out, which is really nice. Going over to his energy crystals, I have them all filled up, with one of them being an orange crystal, which is really nice. But you know, grinding for energy crystals is kind of tough, especially if you're trying to get like some of the better ones, like the purple and orange ones. So I'm kind of glad that I at least have like one orange one on him. If I could, they would all be orange, but you know, obviously it's hard to grind up for these energy crystals. Going over to his support cards, I have them all, or not all. I have both of his EX cards, so I technically have all of his EX cards. And yeah, I even have one broken through, which is really cool. And like I said, I kind of just like swap my support cards in and out between characters, so obviously this isn't like the setup I normally run with him. I usually like make my setups depending on like what I'm doing, so this is kind of just a hodgepodge of like a bunch of different support cards. But I'll probably equip some like better ones for the showcase, but for right now, like, I mean, this is kind of just like the state I left it in. I kind of just booted up the game. I'm like, yeah, let's just make an Iida video, and I forgot to like swap some support cards around. So yeah, this is just basically, I just want to show off I have both of his EX support cards. Going over to his chips, I have them all max level, but I don't have them overclocked yet. And they're all pretty good. This one is a really good one. It just has speed on it, and then obviously all the bonus stats. This one also just has speed on it and all the bonus stats, so that's another really good one. And wow, 3 for 3. Okay, so all of these chips are pretty good. They only have speed on them plus bonus stats. Honestly, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with them. It's been a while since I've looked at my chips, so that's why I was kind of shocked that I had all three of them kind of near perfect, I would say. Maybe you can even argue perfect, because again, they only have speed on them and bonus stats, which is ideal. So yeah. Going over to his talent tree, I have it completely finished, and I started working on the bonus talent. His assist, just like usual, I give him the assist that give him the most BP, just like all my other characters, so there's nothing like too specific here. It's kind of just the assist that raises BP to like the maximum. And then going over to his affinity, I have it completely done, so I have all of his chronicles, which is really cool. Again, a lot of them are just memories from the series, so yeah. And then going over to his stat bonus, I have it maxed out because his affinity level is maxed out. And yeah, that is my Iida in My Academia the Strongest Hero. I'm trying to let this load. There we go. So yeah, let's take a look at him in PvE, and then we'll jump into some PvP. But before we dive into the gameplay showcases, I just wanted to show that I did touch up his support cards. I kind of just went with the recommended 5-star support card setup for right now. But yeah, I just wanted to show that I did at least touch it up to make it at least better. I went with the game's recommendations. Obviously, there are probably like better player recommendations you should follow, but for right now, I kind of just went with the game's recommendations because you know, I kind of just did it on a whim. Alrighty, so we're here back in Operation X Chapter 1. Last time we showed off Uraraka, so today we will be jumping in with some Iida. And yeah, let's just get going. So before we begin, we do have a shop here. So like I said, there are special shops around the map that give you items at like a discounted price, which is super nice. I think that's actually really cool. So it definitely rewards you for exploring and taking a look at like the items in the shop. You do get some pretty good stuff, like at a discount, like the self-pick factor pack. Like I actually need that because I'm trying to max out a lot of the other characters' talent trees. And honestly, the candy is also really good too because I'm trying to finish up some grinding for certain chips for other characters. So honestly, that's not even that bad. And then you can also buy some buffs if you would like as well, which is really cool. Some of the other shops get much better. If I remember correctly, you can get like whatchamacallit, summon tickets from some of the other special shops later in like some of the other later chapters, which is really cool. But yeah, let's keep progressing here. Let's keep going. I like how Iida's dash has like fire coming out of his thrusters, which is really cool. But yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, like I said, Iida's kind of like a hit and run character. You want to keep moving around with him, and his kit kind of allows for that, which is really cool. And he's allowed to, well, not allowed, well, I mean, yeah, he is allowed, but he can close the distance really quickly, was what I'm trying to say, which is really nice. Like, he really does feel like Iida, like a very fast character that hits like a truck. I mean, that's really cool. I'm happy with how they were able to capture his character in this game. I think it's really cool and really well done. Honestly, well, I don't know, like he's definitely like, I feel like Iida's like one of those characters that are consistently fun throughout each My Academia game to play as. Like, I really like playing as him in 1.2, Ultra Rumble, Ultra Impact, and in this game as well. Like, he is really fun across the board, and I can't tell if this one's my favorite, but like what I'm trying to say is like I think every iteration of Iida so far has been like fun to play as, so this one is no exception. Like, he's extremely fun. I think I have them all like on like the same level, honestly, because Iida is just super fun to play in each game. Like, I don't know, they just really make Iida fun. But yeah, ooh, cool. We got all purple cards, which is really cool, or purple buffs. Let's just let's do this one because we only have one energy left anyway. So yeah, that one seems like it would work out the best. But now we get to battle the boss and finish up chapter 1 here with Iida here. So there is the boss. Yeah, so Tesla, he's been in other PvE game modes. So basically what it's trying to tell you is you can technically take down those electric rods to make him easier to fight, I believe. But they are all like battles. But seeing that we only have one energy left with Iida, I'm going to just kind of challenge the boss. And honestly, give me a little more of a challenge. I still feel like we're going to kind of blitz through this. But yeah, that is something you can do though. So let's see what we can do here. I like how his text is red, actually. That's a really nice touch. But yeah, let's just, oh, well, my mere presence, my aura just killed him. Like, I didn't even touch him and he just fell over and died. That's crazy. I didn't even touch him. Like, I just glared at him and he died. That's wild. Okay. And again, you can make it easier by taking out those electric pillars, I'm pretty sure. That's kind of goofy. Like, Iida's mere presence just killed that guy. That's crazy. But yeah, that is Operation X Chapter 1. Yeah, I figured this was gonna be like one of the easier ones to do because I mean, it's the first chapter, like, and a lot of my characters are near 100k BP, so yeah, Deku did the most damage. I mean, go figure. The other ones kind of just blitz through their missions. But yeah, so you can see how many battles you've completed, like how many times you fought, how many buffs you obtained, and you know, if you collected all the rewards or not. But yeah, that is Operation X Chapter 1, and that's Iida kind of in PvE, sort of. Again, you kind of get more of like a feel for their kits in PvP, but to my knowledge, I don't think Iida really has like any differences between his PvE and PvP kits. minus like obviously like damage values. But yeah, let's just jump into some PvP and take an actual look at his kit. So yeah, alrighty, so we're back here in AI challenge to take on some elite bots. Actually, we're gonna take on the villains. There we go, because we are a hero team, so we should be fighting the villains. But yeah, we're going to be taking on the elite bots, and our objective is to clear out the entire elite enemy team with just Iida. So yeah, no help from Deku or Uraraka, it's just going to be Iida, so let's see if we can do it, and let's see if Dabi will trip me up again, because oh my gosh, that match with Uraraka, oh man, that took forever, but I finally did it, so you know, there is some merit to that. But yeah, let's get into it. So with Iida, like I said, he's more of a hit and run kind of character, but he has the ability to close the distance really quickly, both with his W ability and E ability. Now keep in mind, his E ability is very linear, so like as soon as you like click it, wherever he was aiming at originally, he's going to go for. But his W ability is a little more lenient, which is probably like the better move to get in with. And when it comes to his combos, you kind of just want to use his normal like auto combo string to build up his meter, and then once it's built up, you want to press Q to increase its percentage, and the higher the percentage, the faster he gets. Now, if you don't attack for a short period of time, it will reset back down to 0, so you have to kind of like manage his resources to make sure that you constantly build up that meter. So just keep that in mind as well, but you kind of want to save the Q ability as much as possible to increase that percentage once he builds up his meter. And another way to kind of like save his meter gauge, like his fuel gauge, is by pressing his special, which will hold it in place as long as the duration of the special ability is active, so it won't drop. Now granted, Shigaraki's hitting me, but yeah, as you can see, I didn't hit Shigaraki for a long time, so the special ability kept the fuel like reserve like where I left it at, so that's extremely nice. But yeah, so now if I click this, it should jump up, and well, we ended up dying, but as you can see, it did jump up to 24%, so I would have 24% more speed. But yeah, so I want to see if I can show that off better next round. But yeah, oh wow, Dabi's just kind of unleashing. All right, well, I guess that's a good cue to jump into the next match here. If Dabi killing Deku with his aura, or not aura, that was Iida, with his ultimate, whatchamacallit, last round is any indication that Dabi's going to be trouble this match, then alright, we'll see what we can do here. Yeah, but yeah, Dabi can't kill anyone with his aura, only Iida can, because oh my gosh, Iida killing Tesla with his aura was so funny. But here we go. So we're trying to increase speed as much as possible here. I'm gonna pop the special ability to hold on to my meter. You can trigger the like build up whatever you want. So like as you can see here, like even though I didn't have the fuel meter all the way up at 100%, I still jumped up to 36%. So keep that in mind too. Like if you're just kind of trying to constantly build up meter, you can. But yeah, as you can see, like it takes only like a couple of seconds for it to drop back down to 0. So you really need to manage your resources very well to kind of increase max speed, which I believe is 200%. And when that happens, oh my gosh, he hits like a truck because of how fast he hits. And that goes for both PvP and PvE. So like if you're battling some of the harder PvE bosses that have more health, he tears through their HP super quickly. But yeah, I'm trying to keep zipping around. Honestly, now that I kind of think about it, like using your Q ability to kind of like dodge and get out of harm's way isn't even that bad, because I said to kind of save it for the special ability, but because it comes back so quickly, honestly, kind of just let it rip, because it's such a good move to kind of like get in and out and zip around. But yeah, I will jump into the next match here because we lost with Iida, and again, our objective is to win with just Iida, and man, these villains don't like Deku. Alright, start off with the old W ability to kind of fly halfway across the stage, aim for the E ability, very linear, so that didn't work out, but the Q ability, coming in clutch, here we go. And I can't really think of like any like direct combos besides like his normal auto combo string. Like I'm pretty sure you can kind of like piece together a lot of his kit like using the Q ability, which is honestly probably beneficial because as you're building up meter, you know, you can kind of like increase your speed very slowly. I kind of like to build up my meter as much as possible before I like unleash the Q ability, so like I'll like kind of wait till the fuel gauge is at 100 and then like use the Q ability, because I'll know I'll get like 25% per each build up, instead of kind of going up by like small percentages. But yeah, I also got to remember that Shigaraki is kind of like a tough opponent this time around because of his hyper armor, and because Iida's a close quarter combat fighter. Yeah, he's probably going to be the nuisance this time around compared to Dabi. Alrighty, let's try this a little more patiently. So wait for the teleport. There we go. And then use the Q ability and the W ability to kind of close distance here. It's kind of just like a bunch of dodging right now, but I'm trying to make him use up all of his dodges. But I got to remember that a lot of his moves have hyper armor, which means I won't be able to hit him, or knock him out of anything. So he'll be able to just kind of hit me when I'm hitting him, but the difference is he'll be able to knock me out of my attack, where I can't do that to him. But we were able to at least close distance here. Honestly, I want to see if I can do this. From what I remember as well, a lot of his moves are really good on wake up. So like his E ability and W ability, because they're kind of delayed, while you're waiting for the iframes, like while they're waking up, you can kind of like time it where you can hit them with like the attack after the like build up. So like basically there's a lot of like animation before Iida actually uses his W and E ability. So if you can time it where they're trying to wake up, you can kind of do it as they wake up, if that makes any sense. So they're really good wake up tools from what I remember. Alright, so as I figured, Shigaraki's probably going to be the more difficult one to defeat with Iida today, unlike Dabi. So let me see if I can... Ooh, we are able to knock him out of that, which is nice, before the super armor, or hyper armor, I mean, kicked in. So yeah, if I do this... okay, I didn't time it correctly. I'm trying to show off that it's a good wake-up tool. But I want to kill Shigaraki as soon as I can here, because I really don't feel like dealing with him as Iida. I'm going to pop this because I have 18%, honestly, and that's kind of good. Do this, close distance here, and kind of just unload, because he's dodging and going to be using them all up. He somehow dodged out of all those kicks. That is kind of crazy. But yeah, we were able to kill the menace, so let's see if we can kill Stain. I was like, where did he go? He was invisible for a second. Okay, uh-oh. Alright, let's see. I always underestimate Stain, but let me see if I can do what I can here. There we go, and... Okay, wow, we just kind of flew right back into a sword. Alright, we get it, we get it. We see your game, Stain. Stop. Oh my gosh, Stain. Okay, I kind of just have to go on the offensive with Stain here, so let me see if I can... there we go. And kind of do a full combo here. There we go, huge. And I'm going to do this. Watch out for his swords. I can't let him like get set up. See, it's gonna be tricky too now, because if Dabi hits me once with like his fireball, it's gonna be over, because like look at my HP, it is so low right now. But let me see if I can get in and hit him before... Oh, okay, well, his flame pillars, even though they're in front, hit me from behind. That's kind of interesting. It's always Dabi, man. It is always Dabi who's ruining these runs. That's crazy. Ow, okay, stay, bruh. Okay, there we go, do this, and let's see if we can charge this up. Kind of get halfway across the stage in half a second, which is kind of crazy. There we go, boom, 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 and keep building up that special meter. I'm gonna actually hold it for a second and do my W ability. But yeah, as you can see, not a bad wake-up tool, because like while you're waiting out those iframes, you're at least charging up the ability to kind of just unleash as soon as the iframes drop, which is really nice. There we go, nice hyper armor attack. I believe the E ability does have hyper armor, so I guess that is the one plus side of it, having like a really long charge and it being like a very linear attack. But ooh, wow, he started up with something different this time, not the teleport. Wow, he actually just mixed me up. I thought he was going to use the teleport. Alright, we get it. W in, and see if we can... Oh, nope, and there's the hyper armor. Okay, Shigaraki is definitely going to be the nuisance this time around. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, Dabi, what are we doing today? And wait for him to attack again. Okay, do this now to close distance, though. Ooh, watch out for that. Okay, watch out for that. Cool, cool, cool. We were able to at least close the distance and do it without taking too much damage, which is really nice. And while he's down, wait for this, and okay, he just rolled immediately when he got up, which is kind of crazy. But we're gonna close the distance here and unleash full combo, which is really nice, and keep it up. Don't let him get set up, which is really nice as well. And do this to catch him on wake up, maybe? No? Okay. Okay, alright. We got it. There we go, nice. Alright, we still have over half our HP, which is nice, but Shigaraki's gonna be the main guy I'm kind of worried about with his hyper armor. And as soon as I say that, Stain is going to unload. Stain, I am sorry. Bro, State, it's nothing against you. Why do you always do this? It's nothing against you. Nothing. Well, I guess with Iida, there's something against you, but I mean, oh man. Okay. Come on. Come on, I believe. Wait. Okay. That wasn't the idea, but I mean, that works out, honestly. And boom, boom, boom. Alright, and then wait a second and unload. No! Oh my gosh, because it would have worked if he didn't have hyper armor. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Well, that was probably one of our closer ones, which is nice. Alright, where's the teleport at? I know it's coming. There it is. And watch out for the dodges. Watch out for that grab. Where's the dash at? Nope. Okay, I'm not even going to let him use the dash. That's not happening anytime today. Yeah. Okay, and now let's wait for him to get up. And nope. Okay. Oop. Okay, I can't use my dodges. I gotta sparingly use them. Cool, we were able to kill Shigaraki with full HP. Honestly, probably our best run yet. Alright, now we gotta deal with Dabi. You know, this guy is known for ruining runs here. Here we go, and do this. Keep up the pressure here. Honestly, I gotta, like, keep up the pressure as much as possible here. Nope, okay, wow. We didn't do that. We kind of just ran away from him. But we're gonna keep it up, and boom. Okay, wait a couple seconds, do this, and there we go. Cool. I'm trying to get the timing better on that so I can catch them on wake up with my moves. But yeah, honestly, looking pretty good so far. And just attack right away, dodge the sword. Perfect. And we'll keep it up here. Boom. And use the E ability to... I was a second off. You see what I'm talking about though, right? Like you can see the vision, what I mean by like using the attacks on wake up. Oh, no. Please stop. Oh my gosh, my HP. It's disintegrating right in front of my eyes. Please stop. Oh my gosh, my HP. I was at full HP like a second ago. That is kind of crazy. Alright, do this and that. There we go. Huge. We got it. Alright, not as long as uraraka, but that definitely took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. But yeah, that is Iida in PvP, and that's kind of just how his kit is both in PvE and PvP. Like I said, there's not too many differences between the two kits, minus like damage values, but yeah, let's just take a look at his plus ultra. And I also want to show off his special ability a little more, just so you guys get a better idea, like when you're battling in PvE, when you're fighting against like opponents who have like a ton of HP, how effective it can actually be. But yeah, alrighty, and we're here in training now. So for starters, I'm gonna show off his plus ultra move. So it's basically him charging up his engines and unleashing a flurry of kicks with a really nice blue background. And I love the recipro effect coming out of his engines. They look really cool. I also like how it gives you recipro charge, which is really nice as well. But yeah, so as you can see here, if I constantly attack this guy, and just imagine you're battling like a PvE boss who has like a ton of health, you're just constantly like doing damage to him, building up that meter super quickly, and then every single time you press the Q ability once it's fully charged, you basically get around like 20% to 25%, and then you just keep going up, and look how much faster he attacks. And again, this goes up to 200%. And again, the more you do it, the faster you build up the meter, because it basically, I think, counts to as many hits as you hit. And because you're hitting faster, like basically what I'm trying to say is like, the more you hit, the more the meter builds up. So like, obviously the faster you are, the more you're gonna hit, I think. And yeah, like look how fast that built up. And yeah, now you're at 200%, and look at how fast you're gonna be hitting them. Like, it's insane. And then if I do this right, and I constantly keep building up, and I stop attacking, and I press the special ability, even though I'm not attacking, it's not going down, and I start attacking again, I still have it. So the special ability is really good to help you with the resource managing. But yeah, that is just how good Iida's special ability can be in this game, and I just wanted to point that out because, again, when you're battling PvE bosses who have a ton of health, this is such a good move. Like, such a good move. But yeah. That is Iida in My Academia the Strongest Hero. Yeah, see, as you can see, it just dropped down immediately because I stopped attacking. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe. That'd be really amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Later. Oh, my bad. One last thing before we end off this video. I forgot to show off Iida does have a spinning emote as well. So if we're in the hub world here, and if I can get it going. Yeah, he does have a spinning emote where he kind of just spins around and then kind of stops, which is really cool. A little dizzy there, but yeah, that's a really cool emote. I just wanted to show that off because I forgot he does have one. And yeah, now that all officially out of the way, I'll see you guys next time. Later.